What's up, Daddy-O, and welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. So I have the perfect rockabilly guitar for all you cool cats and kittens out there. What makes this perfect? Well, it's got the look, the sound, the style, and at a price of $200. After you buy this, you'll still have enough cash left over for a pack of cigarettes and maybe even a new tattoo. This is the latest creation from the now famous brand Firefly. They are constantly stepping up their game, and I love the fact that Firefly is not just making the exact same boring models over and over again. They're always expanding their lineup, and this guitar is a really fun variation on one of their oldest models, the semi-hollow body 338. And really, the 338 models, the semi-hollow body guitars from Firefly, is really one of the first guitars that helped launch this channel. I had done a lot of videos before that one, but that very first red 338 video, the guitar from Firefly, I got on Amazon for like 140 bucks. This is way, years ago now. That was one of the first videos that really took off and really lit that light bulb in my mind that, hey, people want to check out affordable guitars. Anyway, since then, years have gone by and the company has expanded their lineup and they've continued to make cool little tweaks and upgrades to the guitars. And I think one of the biggest ones is the frets here, because now they're doing these rounded ball-in frets. And if you go to the listing, it lists them as stainless steel rounded ball-in frets, which I think they already were earlier, but now we've got it confirmed. So these guitars, the semi-hollow body 338 models, they started out with the traditional fret ends, and then they went to the rounded ball fret ends in nickel steel frets, and now they have the rounded ball-in frets with the stainless steel frets. Now, some of the other Firefly guitars, the other models, they're using like the roasted maple necks. This one does not have that. I think it's all just traditional stuff. I believe it's a mahogany center block and then a maple neck, and of course it's a set neck. Okay, check out these looks though. Let me give you some more close-ups of this. A gloss white finish with the black pick guard and knobs, and then the red binding, and it's a multi-ply binding on the front, and then it even has a single-ply binding on the back of the body and up and down the neck, and then the logo here on the headstock is red as well. This is a color combo you really don't see every day. It's very 1950s, very rockabilly. This is the guitar that you throw in the rumble seat of your Ford T-Bucket with your favorite pinup girl next to you, and you head on down to the local dive bar ready to rock. So there is actually one feature on this guitar which I have never seen on the Firefly 338 guitars before. Maybe I missed this, but I want to talk about it later on in the video, because first I want you guys to hear what the guitar sounds like, and then we'll talk about this other feature, which is kind of interesting. Now, for the demo, I'm going to use my Hot Tone Ampero 2 Stomp amp modeler, and I've done a video on that already several months ago, so if you're interested more in that amp modeler, I'll have a link for that down in the video description below. But real quick, guys, as always, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool, new, affordable guitars, and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in and listen to how it sounds. Okay, gang, let's talk about the playability and the tone, and then this one interesting new feature on the guitar. Now, playability-wise, this feels the same as the other Firefly guitars with the rounded ball fret ends. It plays great, super smooth frets, and with these rounded ball ends, you never have to deal with any sharp fret ends, and it just makes the corners of the fretboard really, really comfortable, really easy to get around on. Now, it does have a gloss finish on the back of the neck. That is, of course, because the entire guitar has a gloss finish. I prefer a satin finish, or maybe like an oiled neck or something like that. But hey, for 200 bucks, you know, I'm not expecting them to mask off the neck and paint it separately than the rest of the guitar, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's, you know, my personal preference is a satin finish on the back of the neck, but I really have nothing to complain about with this neck here. Now, speaking of the neck, the feature I want to point out here is the volute on the back of the headstock right here. I'll give you guys a close-up of this. The previous 338 guitars from Firefly did not have this. Now, people argue about these all the time, but essentially, you know, sometimes it has to do with the truss rod. It makes the installation of the truss rod a little easier depending on how they do the guitar. But the big thing with these is that it should make the neck joint, like up here by the headstock, stronger. And if you see how the headstock has that back angle to it, right? The headstock is angled back from the plane of the fretboard. When you have that design and you don't have this volute there, you end up with a pretty thin piece of wood where the neck and the headstock connect. And this is always a problem, right, with a lot of the classic Gibson guitars. They're kind of thin there, and so if you drop the guitar and goes bam, lands on the headstock with the headstock tilted down, you snap it right off at the top of the neck there. That's a common problem. It's a common break with Gibson guitars. And like I said, the earlier 338s from Firefly did not have this. Now, I don't know if they were having a problem with the headstocks breaking. Maybe they were. Maybe it was happening in shipping or something. And so they changed this and they added this here to strengthen up that joint. I don't know that that's the case, but on other guitars, people do run into that problem. So maybe it was customer demand, maybe they were having some kind of breakage problems, I'm not really sure, but I definitely consider this an upgrade. It makes the guitar more durable. So guys, if you've had one of these semi-hollow body 338 guitars before from Firefly, this one is just, you know, an upgraded version of what they did before with the volute and then these rounded ball in stainless steel frets, and of course, the cool looks, right? And yeah, at a price that is just so hard to beat. It's like $199, right around $200. Once again, not much to really complain about. You know, something I've noticed lately, and I've talked about this a little bit in previous videos, is that prices, man, prices are really just going up and up and up. And it's been happening with amplifiers, and of course it's happening with guitars too. Even a lot of these import brands, the prices have really been going up lately. So I'm really happy to see that the prices for the Firefly stuff, although they've gone up a little bit, you know, like $20 or something like that, in general, it's still a really budget-friendly brand. And they still have guitars that are like $169, you know, $159, well under 200 bucks. And this is like one of their nice, cool, upgraded models, and it's right around $200. So I'm really glad that Firefly is still able to produce affordable guitars like this. Okay guys, but what do you think about this guitar? And as usual, I'm going to put a link to this guitar down in the video description below, and you can check out the other colors they have, because of course this is not the only color they have, the white with the red binding and stuff. They've got a They've got a handful of other cool kind of unique finish and color combinations on there. So check that stuff out. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments section below. Guys, I will also put links to everything else I was talking about in the video down in the video description below, so the guitar and also the Hot Tone Ampero Stomp 2, and all my social media and all that fun stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you very soon.